you've got a bunch of tradition, but this thing took, like, it seems, 10 different goddamn forms.
Oh yeah. No, we'll keep walking. I'm just. There's the cabin. There. Oh yeah. They took many forms, and sort of there. It's funny because they've got this this history that paints them as the conquering warriors, coming in and dealing out death to all the heathens. Yeah. That's also likely not true. It's much more likely that they were simply the indigenous peoples.
True or untrue, it's still sick that they would boast of it.
But then again, you got to remember that those stories were put together after they'd already had their asses handed to them. So they're trying to make the best of a shitty situation. But yeah, so what was most likely the case is that they were simply the indigenous folk. They happen to worship Yahweh as their unique deity, as opposed to any of the others in the area. Although, technically speaking, and the Hebrew scriptures preserve this, they were not monotheistic. They were henotheistic. So they believed that there were other gods. They just believed that theirs was the strongest, most badass.
Have no other gods before me.
Right. Exactly. So,
it's weird to hear Christians talk that way. I'd say the Bible is the most selectively mistranslated or selectively translated text out there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, you see, actually what they're referring to, you see, in 9th century BC Palestine, if it's all true, can we also make it all clear? Otherwise, I'm going with the Muslims. If you know what the fuck they're talking about. Well, but throw the video.
Well, yeah, the Muslims are right, but then they start getting into all this. The whole Muslim situation, that's a whole nother fucking mess. Because basically what that was is just another progression. So Christianity, like I was talking about last night, it's got all these pagan elements to it. With a distinctively Jewish candy shell. It's basically a pagan god for the Jews. It is Jesus. And, well, it kind of worked out similarly for the Muslims.
Yeah. He goes in there and he goes into the place where there are all the other gods. And, Shazam. And by the way, you get the Bedouins.
Right. But it's even more complicated than that, because from what I've read, and admittedly I haven't read that much, but from what I've read, Muhammad was he was a merchant and kind of an upwardly mobile guy, and he wanted to get in good with the other merchants